This PowerPoint is going to review point of view. Point of view is the vantage point from which a story is told, the narrator's position in relation to the story. Everyone has a point of view. It's the way that you personally are looking at a situation or viewing what is happening. In writing, we see that there are three types of point of view. We have the first person point of view. That means that the person is telling it from their own view of how things are happening. When we're writing with a first person point of view, you use the pronouns I and we. I went to the store. We had cookies for breakfast. The person is experiencing the story as it happens to them, so the pronouns reflect that. If a person is writing using the second person point of view, then the pronoun you is going to be used a lot. We most often see the second person in instructions or in a procedural manual. First, you should make sure you have all of the materials you would need. Next, you should preheat the oven. After you preheat the oven, you should begin by mixing the flour and the salt in a large bowl. Instructions or recipes are one example of something that we usually see written in second person. Third person is another type of writing that we often see in novels or writing. We see the pronouns he, she, it, they. In this case, the person who is telling the story is not the person that is actually experiencing the story. It is a person who is telling us about what has happened, either because they are observing what has happened or because they are able to see what is going on with all of the other characters that are around them. We either have this as a limited to just being able to observe it, or omniscient where we can really get inside the heads of everyone. But we'll talk about that more a little bit later. An example of third person, instead of saying I went to the store for first person, they would say he went to the store. They had cookies for breakfast. This person is not actually experiencing that, but they are observing it or describing what someone else has done. In first person, the narrator is a character in the story, and the story is told by this character using the first person pronoun I. I am the person who is telling you my story. For second person, the narrator, again, is speaking directly to you. We've all seen that Uncle Sam wants you in the U.S. Army old-fashioned advertisement. It's that kind of language where you are directly being spoken to, again with infomercials. Do you have a mess in your house that needs to be cleaned up? What you need to buy is the Vacuum 4000. This is second person language. And then third person, when the narrator is not a character in the story and uses third person pronouns to refer to the characters. So as I mentioned before, we can have that third person limited. It's relating their inner thoughts and feelings of one character. It's a person who's observing what's happening, but it's just one person who's observing. So imagine the story of Harry Potter being told by Hermione. We wouldn't know what Harry was thinking or what Ron was thinking, but we would only see the story that happened as Hermione experienced it. It would be limited to her point of view. Third person omniscient, or as an observer, relates to the inner thoughts and feelings of multiple characters. When a person is omniscient, when they are the outside of the whole story looking in as an observer, we can see all different points of view, all different sorts of thoughts that we wouldn't know if we were just limited to one character. If Hermione is telling us the story, then we're never going to know how Ron thinks about her. But if we're hearing the story from an omniscient narrator, then we might hear Hermione's thoughts in one section and then Ron's thoughts in the next section. So our first example up here, Mary was sad because she missed her mom. This is limited. We have examples of thoughts or feelings from one character. But look at our bottom speech bubble. Mary was sad because she missed her mom. Her mom also felt sad and lonely. This is omniscient. We are getting the thoughts or feelings from two characters, which means that we're not inside the head of just one character. We've got an outside observer, omniscient being, author, who is telling us what more than one character thinks. Let's look at a couple of passages, and we're going to see what the point of view of these passages is. I'm going to read them out loud. If you don't want to listen to me read, you can go ahead, or you can always look at the version I've uploaded that doesn't have my narration. Let's get started. Greg looked up at the bright lights in the operating room until they burned a white spot in his field of vision. He looked at the face of the surgeon and saw only a white blur. When he looked away, he could see the surgeon's masked face from his peripheries. He could hear him readying an array of metal instruments, many of which looked as though they might belong to a dentist. I hope he's not going to use those on me, Greg thought to himself with terror. The surgeon picked up one that looked like a bent-up question mark. Okay, based on the clues that we have in this paragraph, what point of view would you say that this paragraph is? It's third person limited. We have he as the pronoun that is being used. So the person is, or the narrator is describing Greg. It is not Greg himself. Also, we only see Greg's thoughts. So it is third person, but it is limited to Greg. If you got it correct, good job. Our next one says, congratulations on purchasing the Tatakai Warriors Fighting for Peanut Butter computer game. Before you install this program, you'll need to make sure that you have at least 24 KB of free space on your installation target. Insert the CD-ROM disk into your drive. The disk should run automatically. Select Full Install from the installation menu. The program will begin installing on your target drive. This might take up to 24 hours. Once installation is complete, an alert box should appear. If you see a successful installation message, remove the disk from the drive and enjoy the adventure. Alright guys, which point of view did you think that one was? If you said second person, you are correct. It says congratulations on purchasing, so it's talking to someone who has bought something. It says before you install this program, you need to make sure. It is giving instructions using the pronoun you. Here's our next one. Do you want to take the shot, Vince? The coach asked me. I looked into his eyes. They were ice-cold blue. His face did not betray his feelings, but I knew that he meant it. I do, Coach. I can make the shot, I replied. He nodded and then put his hand on the top of my head. I don't know how long any of us will live, but we will all remember what happens next for as long as we do. He then slapped me on the back. The referee blew the whistle, and it was time to find out just how I would be remembered. Okay, looking at the clues here in this paragraph, what point of view is this written in? If you said first person, you were correct. It says the coach asked me. I looked into his eyes. So we're talking about first person. This is being written from the point of view of the player who is talking. Wow, look at his costume, said Annie. He's dressed up like an electric jellyfish. She observed the flashing lights with genuine admiration. Adriana looked at the costume and scoffed. Secretly, she envied the detail and craftsmanship that went into the jellyfish costume, but she would never let on to Annie. What kind of loser goes walking around like a Christmas tree? Adriana said. Annie did not agree, but did not want to be disagreeable. Yeah, what kind? The ladies walked by another house. Annie did not like this. It seemed like Adriana was more interested in criticizing others than in trick-or-treating. Annie adjusted the headband to her costume. Adriana was not wearing a costume. All right, what point of view is this written in? Let's look at our pronouns. Let's look at our clues. All right, guys, if you said third person omniscient, then you were correct. So we have two characters here. We have Annie and we have Adriana. We have Annie giving us her opinion and her feelings, but we also have Adriana giving us her opinion and her feelings. So we have third person. We're not getting information from a person who is being described here, but we are getting thoughts and feelings from both of these characters. So we have an outside observer or omniscient narrator. That's it, guys. Hope this was helpful.